There are 7 countries in Asia right now that are falling apart. And the solution, it's sitting right here in Malaysia, but nobody's talking about it. I'm going to show you exactly what these countries are missing, why Malaysia has it, and why the world needs to pay attention before it's too late. Stay with me because by number 3, you're going to understand why Malaysia isn't just special. Malaysia is necessary. Let me start with something shocking. I've lived in Asia for years. I've seen countries with more money, better infrastructure, stronger economies, but I've also seen something else. I've seen them break. I've seen communities fall apart. I've seen people stop trusting each other. And when I compare that to Malaysia, I realize something. Malaysia has what money can't buy. And these 7 countries, they're bleeding without it. Number 1, Singapore. Yes, I said it. Singapore, the most successful country in Southeast Asia. Clean, efficient, rich. But here's what nobody talks about. Singaporeans are lonely. I've spoken to so many Singaporeans who tell me the same thing. We have everything, but we don't have community. In Singapore, you don't talk to your neighbors. You don't invite strangers to your table. You don't randomly help someone on the street. Everything is transactional. Everything is calculated and people are tired. You know what Singapore needs? They need Malaysia's mama culture. They need that 2:00 a.m. roti canai session where strangers become friends. They need that warmth, that randomness, that human connection that Malaysia does without even thinking. Singapore has efficiency, but Malaysia has soul. And right now, Singapore is starving for it. Number 2, South Korea. Beautiful country, incredible technology, K-pop, K-drama. But behind all that success is a crisis nobody wants to talk about. South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. The pressure is insane. Students study 16 hours a day. Workers are expected to sacrifice everything for their company. And if you fail, you're nothing. There's no second chance. There's no mercy. You know what South Korea needs? They need Malaysia's Sudala mentality. They need that ability to fail, laugh about it, and try again. In Malaysia, if you fail your exam, your parents might scold you, but then they'll take you for nasi lemak and say, try again next time. In Malaysia, if you lose your job, your friends will sit with you at mamak until 3:00 a.m. and remind you that life goes on. South Korea has ambition, but Malaysia has balance. And South Korea desperately needs to learn that before an entire generation burns out. Number 3, Japan. One of the most advanced countries in the world, but here's the dark truth. Japan is dying. Literally, their birth rate is so low that entire towns are being abandoned. People are so isolated that there's a word for it, hikikomori. People who lock themselves in their rooms for years and never come out. In Japan, it's normal to live alone, die alone, be alone. You know what Japan needs? They need Malaysia's Jaga Orang culture. In Malaysia, if you're alone, someone will adopt you. If you're quiet for too long, someone will check on you. If you're struggling, someone will help even if they don't know you. Japan has discipline, but Malaysia has compassion. And right now, Japan is suffocating without it. Number 4, India. Massive population, growing economy. But India has a problem that's tearing it apart. Division. Hindu versus Muslim, North versus South, rich versus poor, caste versus caste. Every day there's tension. Every day there's conflict. And it's getting worse. You know what India needs to see? They need to see Malaysia, a country where a Malay, a Chinese, and an Indian can sit at the same table, eat the same food, and laugh at the same jokes. Where a mosque, a temple, and a church exist on the same street without violence. India keeps asking, how do we unite? Malaysia already has the answer. It's not about forcing unity. It's about practicing it daily. India has diversity, but Malaysia has harmony. And India is desperate for that blueprint. Number 5, Thailand. One of the most visited countries in Asia. Beautiful beaches, amazing food, friendly people. But underneath all that tourism is a country that's stuck. Thailand has had 13 coups since 1932. 13. The government is unstable. The people are divided. The rich control everything while the poor struggle to survive. And every few years it explodes. You know what Thailand needs? They need Malaysia's ability to change governments without war. In Malaysia, when people are unhappy with the government, they vote. They protest peacefully. They push for change through systems, not through tanks. Thailand has charm, but Malaysia has stability, and Thailand is exhausted from the chaos. Number 6, Indonesia, Malaysia's neighbor. Similar culture, similar language, but Indonesia has something Malaysia doesn't: extreme inequality. In Jakarta, you'll see luxury malls next to slums where people have no clean water. The gap between rich and poor is massive, and it's creating anger. It's creating resentment. You know what Indonesia needs? They need Malaysia's "we take care of each other" mentality. In Malaysia, yes, there's poverty. Yes, there's inequality. But there's also a culture of helping. When someone is struggling, the community steps in. The auntie at the warung gives extra rice. The taxi driver doesn't charge full fare. The neighbor shares their food. Indonesia has resources, but Malaysia has compassion in action, and Indonesia could learn from that. Number 7, China. The most powerful country in Asia, economically strong, technologically advanced. But here's what's happening. People don't trust each other anymore. There's surveillance everywhere, social credit scores. Everyone is watching everyone. People are scared to speak, scared to trust, scared to be themselves. You know what China is losing? They're losing what Malaysia still has: freedom to be human. In Malaysia, you can complain about the government and nothing happens. You can have different beliefs and still be friends. You can trust your neighbor because your neighbor isn't reporting you. China has power, but Malaysia has freedom. And more Chinese people are realizing what they've lost. So here's the truth. These 7 countries, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, India, Thailand, Indonesia, China, they're all struggling with something: loneliness, pressure, division, instability, inequality, control. And Malaysia has the answer to all of it. Not because Malaysia is perfect, but because Malaysia still remembers how to be human. Malaysia still knows how to share, how to laugh, how to live together, how to make space for people. And that's rare. That's powerful. That's what the world is missing. If you're Malaysian watching this, please don't take this for granted. What you have here is not normal. It's extraordinary. And the rest of Asia is watching. Some are jealous, some are inspired, but all of them wish they had what you have. Protect it, practice it, pass it on. Because the world needs Malaysia right now more than ever.